If you've been following this channel at all for a little while, you know that I am a big 80s kid. And then there were a couple 80s cartoons that were very short lived back in the day that I watched very briefly. But they were based about science fiction, futuristic dinosaurs. One was called Dino Riders. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. And then the other one was called Dino Saucers. Very short-lived episodes or series, but they were super fun, super cheesy, which is typical of most 80s cartoons. So when Diogo at Old School Publishing started teasing Kosmosaurs as an RPG that he had coming out very soon, I immediately messaged him and said, "Hey, Diogo, what's it gonna take? I need to know more." And so tonight we're going to be playing Kosmosaurs. It's coming to Kickstarter from Old School Publishing and published by Gallant Knight Games. It should be hitting Kickstarter fairly soon. If you're watching this after the fact, the link to the Kickstarter will be in the description. At the end of this actual play, I'll put a little timestamp in the description, and we'll tell you our we'll kind of go over our thoughts as to what we think of Kosmosaurs and give you a little review of the game, at least a little early preview. And yeah, you can let us know if you back it on Kickstarter and if you enjoy it. So get ready. It's going to be some 80s cartoon dinosaur space ranger kookiness tonight on the show. It's Kosmosaurs. Stick around. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today we're playing Kosmosaurs, the upcoming RPG about dinosaur space rangers that defend the galaxy against bad guys. It's gonna be crazy. It's crazy. I love wacky, kind of these 80s themed RPGs that are coming out. So we'll talk a little bit more about my thoughts on this RPG at the end. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining us. If you are a fan of cheesy 80s cartoons, hit the like button down below and just let us know what cheesy 80s cartoons that you're a fan of too. We'd love to see what you grew up on and what you were a fan of. Joining us for this session, we've got three great players. We got three great Kosmosaurs to defend the galaxy against some shenanigans that I've got planned. We'll start out with the one and only Amanda Call from ageofnight.com.
Hello.
Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Below Amanda is the one and only Brandon Scotland. Brandon, thanks so much for coming on.
Great to be here. I must warn you though, Doug, I was not alive in the 80s. I
have a feeling that John and I are the only ones that were probably alive in the 80s.
I was alive, yes. But I was not cognizant.
Very alive.
My only concerns were like getting another bowl of Cheerios in a juice box. I was very, very young in the 80s.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. And then joining us from Adirondacon, and you've seen him a few times on the show already. The one and only John Lemaire.
Well, good to see everybody. Good to see you, Doug. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. Can't wait to dinosaur it up. And yes, I was plenty old in the 80s. So as the beard may
will attest.
Will attest. Yes.
That's all right. That's all right. Do you remember Dino Riders? And
I do not.
You don't,
No.
I remember Dino Riders. I don't really remember Dino Saucers all that much. So when I said, "Oh, I was a big, I was a fan of Dino Riders in the 80s, Diogo," and he's like, "Oh, did you ever watch Dino Saucers?" And I had to go back. And now that I've seen some of the images, I'll put some of those up on the screen. But yeah, Dino Riders was interesting, where it was basically futuristic dinosaurs, but they were riding dinosaurs, like weaponized dinosaurs in the future. And then Dino Saucers was just like dinosaur warriors. It's kind of what I think more like what Kosmosaurs is supposed to be based on. So it's gonna be fun.
I don't know if it's in my defense, but not to sound like a John Cougar Mellencamp song, but I was born in a small town, and we barely got 3 channels like most of my adult life. The 50-foot extension to our antenna with the rotor on it to just to eke out a 4th channel every now and then. So
absolutely.
Yeah,
Did you ever you put the tinfoil on the rabbit ears to kind of get it to come in a little bit? Yeah.
Whatever it took to get anything, I can tell you. So
absolutely. All right. Well, before we get into ranting and raving about how the kids have it easy these days, like most typical old guys do, let's get right to our actual play. We're gonna start off, and I'm gonna set up the scene just a little bit. This session actually takes place in the future. It's 2136 in the future. Humanity and Earth has realized that there are intelligent beings all over the universe, and that humanity is not the only intelligent species. We've actually been able to collaborate and get along with other species out there. One of which is the Kosmosaurs. Kosmosaurs are kind of they came to Earth, and we realized that, hey, you know what? They're not so bad. They're they're gonna help us figure out all the stuff that we're doing
dinosaurs.
wrong. That's right. That's right. It's not just to say that they're the only things that are out there, though. There's some very, very mean, like, undead space pirates.
What?
There are. What else? What else is in the book? I'm trying to remember what else is in here.
I just remember seeing broccoli people.
What?
John, you might be giving away some of my plot points here.
Oh no!
I didn't read past character creation. I would like to be surprised by the
part.
Right.
I was just skimming through. I was looking at
John dove right in. John dove right in. So it's 2136. Humanity has kind of come to like this age of peace, and all the countries and all the borders have all kind of disintegrated. Everybody gets along now because we realize that we're not the only beings in space. And basically the worldwide government is composed of the Council of 12. There's like 12 figureheads, and they vote on everything, and they're the ones that create these decisions to improve humanity. There is one person that is the figurehead for the Council of 12, and that is the Breaker. The Breaker actually is the 13th member of the Council of 12, and he actually is a clone from humanity's past. He is the person that has utmost, it's the most intelligent, most wise person that humanity has ever encountered. He is a clone of someone from the 21st century. He has silver hair, silver dark hair, glasses, kind of stubble on his face. Really well-known YouTuber. I can't remember what his name is, but he looks incredibly handsome. And he is the Breaker of the Council of 12. He's basically the figurehead. He talks, and whenever the Council of 12 has to speak or make some sort of presentation or basically break any 6-6 vote for the council, he's the one that does it. So he's kind of the head of this council. And right now, the Council of 12 with the Breaker are at this elaborate celebration, this big announcement. Basically, they've collaborated with the Kosmosaurs and created a satellite that will go up in space and speed up the process of growing vegetables and plants and food. And basically, it's going to solve world hunger.
Oh.
So I'm setting up the scene right now where you're all sitting. You are the 3 Kosmosaurs that have been chosen to represent the Kosmosaur nation. Or
why did they choose us?
They chose you.
Seems
3.
like a mistake.
And you're up on this stage with the Breaker and the Council of 12 are in the background because they kind of wear masks and they don't really like to be seen. They basically let the Breaker kind of be the figurehead of this whole kind of this government that has kind of unified the world. And the Breaker is at the podium and he's saying, "Citizens of the world, with our collaboration with the wonderful Kosmosaurs, we have figured out a way to solve worldwide hunger. No longer are crops going to take seasons to provide us food. They are now going to accomplish it in a matter of days. We're going to be able to feed the world in a matter of months. With this technology that the Kosmosaurs have given us, we're going to shoot this satellite up in space. It's going to beam down, I don't know, radiation or something. I don't know what would you? I don't
Solar
know,
radiation.
Solar radiation. Thank you, Spike. Spike leans over because he's realizing that the Breaker has no idea what he's talking about. Solar radiation. Yes, solar radiation to speed up the crops. And we're going to solve world hunger. Thank you so much. They've sent this delegation right here to witness this this launch of this satellite. And what are the three of you doing while this is taking place? Brent, what are you doing? Why don't you describe a little bit about what your Kosmosaur looks like and who they are?
All right, I'll go first.
Sure.
I am a Spinosaur, so I have a kind of a long snout. My scales are all very pale, like kind of almost whitish. I got this nice ridge on the back, and my suit kind of forms around it, so it just looks like I got a big. So this is actually the spines stick out of the back, so very cool. I have a like a kind of a cyber deck kind of situation that if we're going full 80s cartoon, maybe it also backs up as a guitar or something like that. But basically it's just I'm sitting there just looking stoic and looking smarter than everybody. So that's
all right.
So I guess I'll go. My character doesn't really know how they got there. They kind of got on the wrong ship. They were supposed to be going to a space station to repair it, and they got on the wrong one. So turns out they ended up here. They met the crew, and they have a nice black spacesuit. They are Ankylosaurus. So they have a bunch of spikes coming out of their back, but they're not like huge spikes. They're just like,
Brandon, that's one of my favorite dinosaurs.
I didn't know that. But they have a bunch of little
Ankylosaurus. They're so great.
They have a little bunch of spikes. He's kind of wide, and he has like a nice little long tail with like almost like a blunt mace at the end.
A club.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
So he's just munching on some salad,
Nice.
Doing what dinos do.
And kind of just every once in a while trying to give notes and suggestions to the Breaker that's addressing the nation, the worldwide audience while they're.
He knows a lot about greens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like most. Yeah, I get it. Amanda, what is your Kosmosaur doing?
My Kosmosaur is trying to keep smiling because she's nervous that they're probably taking our picture all the time. Like the press is probably taking our picture, and she wants to look like this is good. Yeah, this is good. Smiling. Too much smiling? Is that too much teeth? Is that too many teeth? I have a lot of them, and they're very sharp. She's a Salophysis, which is one of the little what is the theropods. She's one of the littler lizardy type theropods. They're about 3 feet high, and kind of on the skinnier side. And she's bright blue with like a little stripe of white and red scales down the whole length of her, and she's wearing an orange flight suit.
Excellent. So yeah, so as you guys are there's all sorts of cameras, all sorts of photographs that are being taken as this announcement's going on, this presentation, and the breaker finally says, all right, it's time to launch the satellite into orbit. Let's count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he just pushes a big button on the podium. All of a sudden, you see the rocket with the satellite just take off off of the surface of the Earth, goes up into the sky and into the atmosphere, and then after a few moments, it just kind of disappears. And once it goes out of sight, they have like this big like monitor screen in the background that is above everybody, that's above the platform. Everybody kind of turns around and watches it, and it's a live feed of the rocket going out into space. And then all of a sudden it kind of breaks apart. The satellite comes out of it, and it proceeds to go out into space. Just as it's kind of leaving the rocket, all of a sudden you see this big green structure fly across the screen. It's just like that. And it in the front end of this rocket or this spacecraft, it looks like this, like it almost looks like a flying tree, almost a great big giant flying tree. And in the front in the front of this spacecraft is what would be like the leaves and stuff. It just kind of scoops, it just kind of like grabs the satellite and just keeps going. And then all of a sudden you hear gasps from the audience, and they're like, "Oh, what just happened to what happened to our satellite? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was that. And you see the breaker just
stole it.
The breaker just kind of is stunned, and he looks over at you guys like, what's going on?
I am not certain. I am still stunned that you were able to count backwards from 10, but perhaps this is something we could look into. Companions? I've never heard of leafy greens being so able to fly.
That is quite odd, I will say. But they could have more leafy greens where that chip came from. Also, we can get the satellite back.
Just as you all were sitting there trying to figure out what's going on, the monitor kind of just goes through all like the static, and all of a sudden an image appears on the monitor, and it looks just like this. It's like this great big mutant broccoli.
They look angry.
And there's one sitting in the captain's chair, and then there's two, just like a typical Star Trek type of setup, where you've got like the engineer and everything sitting in the front, and then in the background the captain of the spacecraft says, "People of Earth, this is Captain Floret. You do not deserve this technology. For decades and for centuries, you have murdered our people and cannibalized them for your own needs. You do not deserve this technology. We are taking this satellite, and we are going to use it for our needs because we think it's time for retribution for the Broccoli Army, for all of those that we've lost on your planet. We shall make our army stronger, and we will be coming for you after the decades and centuries of the extermination of our people over the years. You all are gonna get it. Once we've expanded our army to great numbers, you all been warned. And then as the feed goes out, he goes, "For the crown!" And then the feed just shuts off, and it just goes black.
That was a very aggressive vegetable.
That did not seem very friendly.
Yeah.
Doug, have I ever heard of these people before? Can I make like a roll,
sure,
or is this something
make a roll?
like brand new? Cosmo.
I think you probably have heard of these people, but you've probably never encountered them before. But yeah, give me a Cosmo roll. So the way this system works is the D6 dice pool system. It's a D6 system where you have basically two stats. You have your Cosmo stat, and you've got your Soar stat. Cosmo stat is like your intelligence. It's like all the things that you need to do. Soar is like when you do all like your physical activity and like all your dinosaur stuff. You're gonna have a what is it? It's a value of 5 split up between the two stats or two attributes. John, what do you have for your Cosmo and for your Soar?
As I mentioned earlier, I am all Cosmo, no Soar. I got 4 in my Cosmo, 1 in my Soar. So
all right, so you're gonna roll 4d6 and take the best result out of that roll.
All right, I got a 5 is my best.
So a 5 is a success. So yeah, it's if you had rolled a 6, it would have been a great success. If you rolled multiple 6s, it would have been either you get an extra die for your next roll, or you could give it some sort of really awesome epic success if you wanted to for a story prompt, or you could give a d6 to another roll or to a person for their next roll. But yeah, you succeed. So you realize that this is the Broccoloids. Usually they stick to themselves. You know that they are from a very green planet that people don't know a whole lot of. You just know that it has a lot of trees in it.
Are they from the planet Brassica?
Sure.
I'm a fan of trees. They got leaves.
Yeah. So yeah, you know that the Broccoloids are. This definitely looks like the Broccoloids work.
Okay.
Well, the last thing we need on the planet is a Broccoloid infestation. Perhaps this is something we should inquire more about. Do we have our rocket prepared? Perhaps we can pursue and recover the stolen rocket.
We're ready to fly anytime.
Yeah, at this point, the Breaker and the Council of 12 are kind of huddled all together, and they're like, "Yes." And they come over to you, and they're like, "If you could help us with this situation, I know that you've put a lot of effort and help, and you've helped us quite a bit with this satellite. We're not in any shape to go after them to try to retrieve this. If you could help us on our behalf,
of course you're not.
Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we're just stupid humans."
I've been saying that for years, but that is hardly the point at this moment. Thankfully for you, we Kosmosaurs are here to help.
Definitely. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. The last thing we need is an invasion of angry, evil broccoli soldiers to come and wipe us out. That would be horrible. Especially since we've finally kind of got our act together as a race and as a people, we'd hate to have, vegetables just kind of wipe us out.
I was rooting for humanity. I wasn't sure if they were gonna come around, but
Yeah, no, I mean, look at me. I'm a clone of, that's who they had to put in charge. Is this right here, a clone of some YouTuber in the 21st century? There's some dark times for this.
Yeah, it is.
For these folks. So I'm glad that they finally got it together.
I've often wondered what the bottom of the barrel would look like, and apparently I'm staring right at it. But anyways, that is neither here nor there, and that is not where we need to be, because we Kosmosaurs have a mission to keep peace in the galaxy. What do you say, my fellow Soars? Shall we go kick to the ship?
I gotta stop in the kitchen real quick because we're going to a leafy planet, but I will be right back.
Yeah, we should actually. What is like your team slogan? Like, what did the Kosmosaurs say when they go out on a mission?
We need a slogan.
Yeah, I mean, every cheesy 80s cartoon had some sort of like Street Sharks had it's Jawsome and Transform and Roll Out. Yo Joe. I mean, come on, we got to come up with some sort of cheesy 80s slogan for your Kosmosaurs. I'll let you think about it. We don't have to do it right now. But
the Kosmosaurs are out the door. No,
what?
No, I don't know.
Let us know in the chat if there's a
chat. If you think of a good slogan for us, let us know.
Yes.
Our little catchphrase.
So yeah, that over a little out of the way, your spacecraft that you visited Earth in is there to if you want to get back on it. Dinos roar.
Okay.
I mean that's not bad.
It's not. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
You see me coming from the kitchen with like a oil drum full of cheese sauce to bring to the ship.
Nice.
What is that, Spike?
It's cheese.
Why do you have cheese?
We can make some nice soup.
What? Oh no.
I must say, I do like where your head/stomach is at. That could be very useful in the defeat of these broccoloids.
You know what? We'll keep that in our back pocket, but maybe we'll try not to immediately jump to eating our enemy.
But it seems the most logical way to dispose of them.
Okay. Is everybody ready to get on the ship? We gotta go.
So one of the things about this ship is that it has 3 things that it's good at, 1 thing that it's bad at. I will ask the chat, give us the 1 thing that the ship is bad at.
Oh,
and then one of you are going to give me 1 thing that the ship is good at. So I'll start with John. John, what's 1 thing that the ship is good at?
The ship is good at. I'll just be easy and just say it's very fast. It's
a fast ship. Okay, that works. Amanda, what about you? What's 1 thing that the ship is good at?
It's also good at tight maneuvering.
So it's fast and it can maneuver. Okay, that's good. Brandon, what is 1 thing that?
It's also good at always orienting itself properly towards other ships. So one ship isn't upside down and the other one is right side up.
Okay.
I like Hungary's suggestion. Yeah. What we're bad at.
Hungary's. I also like this one. Cal's suggestions.
They combine into the same thing.
I think we're gonna combine the 2.
Hungary, on land.
Yeah, Hungary Ewok and Calors is not great stopping and landing. So yes, we're going to actually use both of those. It's not good at landing and at stopping. So yeah, evidently this spaceship has no weapons to it though, so that's interesting. Look,
we're fast and maneuverable, and we're not stopping.
And you're not stopping. All right. So the 3 of you get into your spacecraft and you fly off, and the Council of 12 and all the audience that was standing there just watching you. Are you waving out the window? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm busy piloting.
Okay.
Spike can wave.
We're just doing the diplomat wave.
Nice. Nice. And you eventually just go up into the atmosphere and eventually the crowd disappears and you are out into space.
And we're going fast.
You're going fast.
We have to track these guys.
You do, yes.
Brent, are you able to get a read on where they might have gone?
Brent?
Maybe.
Oh, yes. Let me, I apologize. I was checking my my computer if I could get a track on them. I do have sensors that I'm
all right.
One of my knowledges.
Nice.
I also took astrogation and computer hacking, so
handy.
All right.
and robot programming. So if we have some robots on board, I can send them over as well. So let me let's get on these sensors and see if I can start tracking these bad boys.
Sure.
As I temporarily forgot what my character's name was. So
all right, we gotta call him Dad Jack.
I'm like, who's Brent? What?
That's you. That's you.
Oh, that's me. 5. I got a 5 on my sensors.
Okay. Yeah, you succeed. You know exactly where they're headed, and you plot the course into the computer, and you let Miss take the helm and pilot the ship over to the. What did we say the Broccoloids planet's name was?
Brassica.
Brassica, that's right. Okay.
It's a joke.
Okay, I don't know.
Do we think it would be wiser to confront them before they get planetside, or shall we wait until they arrive and then try to recover the stolen missile then?
Stolen satellite.
Yeah, I feel like we should get our satellite back first and foremost, and then if we have to do diplomatic stuff, then we'll deal with diplomatic stuff after we get our satellite back.
Okay, because I can plot a course to intercept before they reach the planet.
Yes,
using some quick calculations. Prefer. Yes, I will punch those coordinates into the computer right now, and we should be able to use the magnetic pull of this astrological anomaly to slingshot us and get slightly ahead of them to make up for lost time.
I like it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So yeah, you want to intercept them before they get to their planet, their home world.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, you get there and you see that they're kind of floating along, and you see that this big giant stalk of broccoli that's being propelled through space has this satellite in front of it, and it's just chugging through space. But your spacecraft is much faster, and it's just whooshing by this giant broccoli stalk, and it doesn't slow down. It just keeps whizzing past.
Oh no! Hold on. Gotta turn it around. Gotta turn it around and get closer.
All right. So I
think we may need to start braking earlier.
Brakes are funny in this one. Hey, Spike, why don't you why don't you call them up and tell them to give us back our satellite? I'll just keep circling.
All right. Can I attempt to hail them?
Sure, go for it.
Let's see. Would I just roll for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Oh no.
My Cosmos score is 1, and the thing that I am bad at is computers.
Nice. I love it. Yeah.
So I would still roll 1 die, right?
Yeah, you would roll 1 die, and whatever the result is, that'll be the result.
Okay, that is a 6.
Oh yeah, you succeed. Terrific. Yeah, you did. You punch them up, and you get them. You start to transmit a signal and communication. And what's that communication? It goes right into their ship. They're definitely hearing it at this point.
Hey, so about that satellite that you stole from the Earth, is it possible that we could get that back from you?
All of a sudden, the the view screen comes up, and you see the the Broccoloids captain, and he says, "Absolutely not. Their people have been eating ours for years, for decades, for centuries. They're not getting this. They're just going to use this satellite to make more of them, and then they're just going to keep eating them. And you know what? Those baby broccolis deserve a life."
I feel like there's some confusion here. Broccoli isn't like a sentient species on Earth. It's just a plant.
It could be, though. Those humans, they don't know what they're doing. You know what you've seen them in action. It's taken them decades and thousands of years to finally get their crap together. And all they've been doing is eating our kind.
Well,
I still think we're missing something in translation here.
So
they do eat all kinds, to just clarify that fact.
Yeah, I know, but especially, do you see what they do with our people?
Do you see what they do with?
They chop them up every once in a while. They put them in soups, and
they kind of do that to our people too. Do you know they eat chicken, right? We're not holding it against them.
But you're dinosaurs.
But if it's any,
that's a long story.
But
if it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense that you think that the broccoli that they eat on Earth is the same as you either.
And he brings up a picture. Then he brings up a picture of a piece of broccoli, and he stands right next to it. He's like, "Look, we're the same."
I see that. I see that.
This one right here.
The animal kingdom is a little bit more complicated to explain.
What's that?
The animal kingdom's a little more complicated to explain than your two pictures of broccoli.
Yeah,
just
exactly. But if it's any consolation, according to my research, over 50% of humans do not love broccoli to consume it. That is. So you are condemning more than half of a society for the faux pas of another, if it can even be considered a mistake on their part.
Well, if they had just left broccoli alone, it would have look at what we've become. Look at us. Look at but no, they've kept it as a plant when it has so much more potential, because they're hungry and they need vitamins and they need to torture their children by making them eat it.
That's why they make them. Okay.
That's what they do. I've seen pictures, and there's this thing called YouTube, and kids cry when they have to eat broccoli.
Don't watch YouTube. That's not a good place to be.
No, that's what. Have you seen who they put in charge in that planet?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How about this? How about you give us back the satellite, and we agree to start a treaty talk between you and the humans where they won't eat broccoli. They'll use it to grow other things like rice and corn and tomatoes.
And cauliflower.
Do you know of any cauliflower? Do you know of any sentient Brussels sprout? Perhaps we could convince them to like that better than you.
He kind of eyeballs
maybe the Brusselites
for a second. It's like you're talking about the great the great vegetable war. Us and the cauliflowers. We don't like each other. Some of us kind of have deserted our planets, and they started their own planet where they kind of made their own what is that called? Broccoli flower? I don't know what it's called.
What?
What is it? What is it at the supermarket where it's like a cross between a broccoli and a cauliflower?
It sounds like an abomination.
Yeah, it is. But we need broccoli. Broccoli is what we're all about. It strengthens bones. We need.
Okay. But if Earth will agree to not eat broccoli anymore,
Yes.
can they have their satellite back so they can grow other food? Because they still need to eat. Like, you can't genocide an entire planet just because they ate one thing. If they stop eating it, if they correct their ways, can they have their satellite back?
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
Do you have like any kind of negotiating skill?
No.
All right.
I'm friendly.
Okay.
My skill is making friends.
Okay.
It's one of the things I'm good at.
I think that's probably good. Okay. So give me a roll for that.
Okay, so I'm rolling what my Cosmo, and then what do I get for making friends? I get another one.
Sure. We'll say that you
Is that
do.
how that works? I think that's what I read.
Because broccoli's not broccoloids are not very personable.
I got a 4.
You got 4. Okay. So you kind of succeed. The broccoloid captain is kind of warming up to you a little bit. But still not sold entirely. He's more like, what if we kind of keep this satellite? You just give him a new satellite, and we'll use it so that we can grow our broccoloid army.
But but it was like, go ahead.
How about
Spike.
we take that satellite back, and then we build you another satellite?
Yeah. Get you another a better satellite.
Do you think it's wise to lie to the broccoli?
What?
What?
You guys are lying to us? No. And all of a sudden, he like kicks it in high gear, and you see the rocket just take off.
Hey, get back here!
You're not supposed to say things like that when we're on comms, Data.
I apologize. I was merely saying that they would eventually catch on to our ruse and then be even angrier than they are now.
We can still, the communication link is still up. We can hear all this.
Okay. Spike, can you hit the red button that looks like a receiver being put down? Can you hit that button? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. That's great.
Got it.
Did I mention that I am not good with dealing with people?
Yep. Okay. You did. After that, broccoli. I guess we have to chase them down to their home planet because they're getting away from us.
Yes. Hopefully the Brusselites don't show up and get any crazy ideas.
I wonder why they think that the broccoli on Earth is the same as them. That's
they're obviously of low intelligence. That's their ship looks merely like someone put a couple of candles in the back of a giant stalk of celery.
That can't possibly be aerodynamic.
Exactly.
It's in the vacuum of space. It doesn't have to be.
Right. Exactly.
But
as long as it doesn't enter our atmosphere, it's fine. I
was going to say, if you do like a nice crisp piece of broccoli, you can watch it re-enter an atmosphere. I'm sure.
We'll have roasted broccoli. I like roasted broccoli.
Like the only vegetable that Doug eats is roasted broccoli.
I eat lots of vegetables. I wasn't one of those kids that was tortured by eating broccoli. I actually ate broccoli. I liked it. So you chase after this ship, and after a few hours, you see this big green planet come into view. Actually, it looks like it's just covered with trees and plant life. And as you get closer and closer to it, you just see it's a whole bunch of like broccoli tops, the crowns all over the face of this planet. And then the broccoli spacecraft enters the atmosphere, and it kind of singes, and you see it kind of get roasted a little bit, and it lands, and it kind of goes into one of the leafy parts, and you just don't see it again. And yeah, that's it.
Well, I guess we're gonna follow them and try to land on the planet. Can you take care of that, miss?
Yeah, I'll try. We should probably let them know we're coming so they don't shoot us out of the sky when we try to land.
After our last interaction, they might anyway.
I don't. They would seem most illogical to do. Well, then again, I must confess they've been behaving quite illogical with the abduction of the satellite and just their behavior. Perhaps we should call down.
Oh,
sure, we can call them. We'll see.
Or would this be an inappropriate time for our beloved catchphrase of Kosmosaur, Dino roars? No. I'm terrible with timing on these things.
It's okay.
Is this before or after the latest commercial break? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so are you guys going to try to communicate with the Kosmosaurs before, or the Broccoloids before you you touch down on the planet? Or
yeah, sure. Let's try to hail them.
All right.
Let's try to contact the planet. Maybe these Broccoloids are like a rogue element. Maybe we can find someone on our side in the actual Broccoloid planetary government. Whoever's in charge here.
Maybe there's some cauliflower people in hiding.
Maybe.
My advice would be to start melting the cheddar cheese, but
it's already in a barrel. It's liquid. It's already there. It's ready.
Cheese feels like a generous term for what's in that barrel.
If we could create a giant aerosol can.
Cheese flavored food product.
All right, but yes, perhaps I do see the wisdom. Perhaps this is just a crazy sect or a radical group in the government. Perhaps calling down would be a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So who's calling? Who's making this contact?
I think Miss should try.
I'll try.
All right. Are you good with computers and all that?
No.
All right.
I'm good at flying the ship and talking to people.
I have my 4 Cosmo, but my bad at is dealing with people.
No.
But still, I'd be rolling 3 dice. So
that's better than my 1.
This is true.
All right, I'll hail them because.
Okay, go for it.
I love that.
I can take over if the conversation starts getting awkward.
Oh, I will try to make it as awkward as possible, but that's the
great.
character I'm playing. All right.
Yeah.
I will hailing Brassica. Hailing Brassica.
Don't mention the cheese.
Yes, I'm calling Brassica, and I refuse to talk about cheese.
What did you roll there, Data Jack, for that?
That would be a 5. I am consistent tonight.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, all of a sudden someone picks up on the other end and be like, "This is Brassica. What's your purpose for coming to our planet, and what's your intent once you land?"
We are tracking some of your Broccoloid people who have stolen a satellite from the planet Earth. We are the Kosmosaurs, and we're here to right a wrong against the human race. They have talked about all sorts of crazy armies and plans of destruction and conquest, and that simply is not allowed.
Yeah, but it's just Earth. You know what they do on Earth, right? You know who they put in charge there.
Yes,
Is it really kind of a loss if we kind of like just wipe them out? I mean, I don't really think that's.
Yes, I've had the displeasure of meeting the the breaker.
They cloned a YouTuber to take over their. Yeah, no, what are they thinking?
Yes, but they do have their moments. Give me a few to think of one. Yes, I'm sure they have done some positive things. They obviously they have contacted us and are letting us deal with their problems. So obviously they can't be completely idiotic. So, but anyways, we are here to talk. Is the Broccoloid commander or person who just landed shortly ago? Is he some sort of commander, high leader, king? I am not sure.
Let me check the space logs. Let me see the. I don't see anybody that's landed here that was on official business. No, I don't see anybody. There's nobody from the Crown Fleet that was on any kind of mission that took off or landed. We've been just kind of
we have been stalking someone through space. See, that was a pun. Stalk because broccolis have stalks.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. I'm not used to humor. I'm still trying. But yes, yes. Do you have some sort of satellite or some sort of radar technology?
You kind of hear him like cover the microphone. Guys, do we have any like radar or satellite technology? What
do these words mean?
What? I don't know. Some sort of dino Cosmo thing is asking. Yeah, no, they're here because of the Earthlings. Those are so stupid people. I don't know what they're doing, but they sent these dino like Cosmo. What are you guys called again?
Kosmosaurs.
Okay, wait just a minute. I'll be right back. Kosmosaurs. Have you heard of these guys yet? Kosmosaurs? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They said that they followed someone here. I don't. Yeah, no. Hey, yeah, we got lots of satellite and we got all that stuff.
Well, we just followed somebody who landed on the planet.
They weren't on official Crown business, that's for sure. I can tell you that right now because we keep a very valid log of all the comings and goings on what's this called again? Brassica.
Then certainly you don't mind if we take a few moments to try to locate this ship that we just literally watched land on your planet not more than 5 minutes ago.
I don't care. Hey, do you guys care if these guys come to our planet and like kind of like take a look around? What? No. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're okay. Yeah, come on down.
Excellent.
That works.
Cool.
All right. Prepare for the dinosaur or the Kosmosaurs. Dino roar. Is this the time? No, this isn't the time. Sorry.
Closer.
We're there. Okay. I think it would also be good when it's the right time if we all say it together. I think that would have more of a impact.
When it's the right time, we will.
Okay.
Bonding
please,
opportunity.
Please, can you either nod your head or kind of give me a wink or
okay.
We'll give you the signal
or a claw up just to let me know. Okay. Because I don't want to miss out. I don't want to mess up.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking. They're just talking about some sort of group cheer or something. I don't know. Yeah, they haven't turned off their comms. I don't.
Data, you have to hang up.
These people.
You have
Hit
to
the
hang
red
up.
Button.
Oh yes. All right. Well, thank you for your assistance, Broccoloid, and click. All right. Shall we make a sensors roll to see if we can find where they went?
Yeah. Try to find where the ship we were tracking went. Absolutely.
All right. I will roll some dice. Hey, that would be a critical. 2 6s, right?
2 6s.
If I read the rules.
So yeah. So you can either succeed and then add another die to somebody else's future roll or to your future roll, or you can just have like some sort of epic success. It's up to you, however you want to do that.
Well, why don't I just keep the regular success and use the extra for a stealth landing to give it to the pilot for their landing roll to make sure A, we don't crash, B, we see if we can do it quietly.
Sure.
That'll be good.
All right. Yeah. So so that was to locate where the ship landed. It was that correct?
Yep.
All right. So you know where it landed. It's now you're gonna roll to stealthily land the ship, which is something that your ship is not very good at.
So I get in my chair. I like bring down like all the buckles and the seatbelts and everything. I'm like, I know what happened last time when we landed on Earth. They are still rebuilding.
Is the cheese secured properly? Because I do remember that other time. It took a week to clean the cheddar from.
I don't want to go through that again.
It is secured properly, and if you look over, it's just like ratcheted to the wall of the ship.
See, that is why we are the superior race or species, because we learn from our mistakes. So, and I will buckle in and
prepare
and wait for the landing and prepare for landing.
Okay.
All right, Miss, are you going to roll for this landing? All right, you get a die bonus because Data Jack did a great job
So I'm rolling. I have my Cosmo, and then I'm rolling one more for being a good at piloting, and one more for the bonus, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I understanding that correct? I don't have as many D6s as I thought. There we go. One was hiding. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a lot of 2s and 3s. I got a 3.
Okay. Oh,
perfect.
I literally rolled nothing but 2s and 3s.
Okay, so this is a failure, but it's not an epic failure. I don't think it's time for Dino. It's time for the dinos roar now because of the fact that no,
might be time for dinos to be screaming in terror as they crash toward the planet.
You land the plane, the spacecraft, but you damage it and you also do not land stealthily. Now everybody in that area knows that you landed. And you know that you're probably not going to be your maneuverability is probably not going to be as good now that you've crash landed this spacecraft.
Oops.
If you had rolled a 1, I would have said you just totally made the spaceship inoperable. But at this point, you just kind of have a little bit of you didn't quite succeed, and that's everybody knows that you're there.
So I walk out of the ship and I'm like, well, there's the problem. There's a giant gash here in the front of the ship.
Oh, that wasn't there until a minute ago. That's new.
It's a good thing I got my welder with me.
That is a good thing. I'm very happy to have you here, Spike.
Could fix that up after we get the satellite back. It's just going to take a little while.
Okay.
Excellent.
As you landed, and after a few moments, all these little stalks of broccoli with legs and limbs start walking towards your. They're just like a whole bunch. They're probably only chest high to you, and they're just kind of they're kind of all running around your ship and taking a look at it and wondering who's going to be coming out of this mysterious vessel that they've never seen, because they've never seen a spacecraft like this. Usually all the ones that they've seen have been giant stalks of broccoli.
Look like broccoli. Yeah.
Well, shall we go introduce ourselves to the local population?
I mean, they know we're here, so we may as well go out and be friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess I walk out and I just say, "Greetings, broccoloids. I'm Spike. This is Brent, and this is Artemisia.
Artemisia.
Artemisia. We just call her Miss.
Miss.
We mean you no harm. We're just here to recover something that was stolen from the Earth."
And all the broccolis just kind of like look up at you and they're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
what's good? You guys are big."
Oh, yeah. We are kind of big. I'm actually even like, they're both of these other Kosmosaurs are considerably larger than I am. Actually, I don't remember how big an ankylosaur is. I'll have to look that up. Hold on. Proceed, but I'm going to look it up because I'm curious.
Wow, no, what? Why are you're here for? What? Why are you here?
Have you noticed, did a broccoli ship land recently nearby?
Yeah, I think one did. And like they
What
point
about-
over, they point over at this broccoli stalk that's like on its side, and it's kind of all crisp and roasted from entering the atmosphere, and it of course has like there's nobody in it at this point. The door is down, and they're like, yeah, that right over there. That one just came in a little while ago.
Yeah. Are they still there or did they leave?
I don't know. We were too busy watching you guys land.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it was called. That's a landing, right?
I mean, technically, we're on the ground now, so yes.
Yes, I would agree. Barely, I think, would be the better term. But
that's barely?
It's barely a landing. Did you
barely a landing? Oh,
yeah.
Do you know who was driving this broccoli ship over here? Is there any unsavory?
Yeah, that's Floret. He's not very nice.
He isn't
No.
very
He's always
nice.
talking about like world domination and those stupid Earthlings, and we got to get revenge on them. And
sounds like a problem.
What exactly is he saying that you need to get revenge for?
It's complicated. We don't really know. We just try to live our lives peacefully here on this planet. Soak in the sun, stick our feet in the soil. Take in the rain every once in a while. Sprout, when the time comes. And this guy just constantly just wants to. He's like talking about how they like eat our ancestors and how like that broccoli at that planet are like what we started from, and then eventually over the years we evolved into what we are.
It sounds like
I don't know.
Very delusional thinking.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, he's kind of crazy. Nobody kind of takes him seriously. We kind of think he's like drinking some bad rainwater. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your help. We're going to go check out that ship now.
We're going to go get him the help that he needs.
Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, can you just take him with you? Because we don't really like him here.
Oh, okay. That
No
we might be able
promises.
to arrange, but we'll try. We'll see what we can do.
All right.
Excellent.
Hey, they're going to take him with them. Yeah, like the whole crowd just cheers. Yeah! Yes!
So wait, are these like actually broccoli sized? What size did you say they are?
Yeah, they're like come up to your chest. They're
okay,
not like.
But to like.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
My
guys are dinosaurs.
chest or
Yeah,
their
no,
chest?
they're kind of like
So
up to our like human sized chest.
Okay, so they'd be like around
They'd be
the
like
same. height as my character, who's about 3 feet tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spike is apparently about 6 feet tall when on all fours.
Okay.
And Spinosaurs were apparently close to the same size as Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay.
So Brent's quite large.
So Brent, they're just enamored with Brent. They've never seen someone so large before.
I'm walking on 2 legs, so
so you're quite tall too.
I'm pretty tall.
Yeah, now you're almost as tall as Brent is.
Spike, should we bring the cheese?
No.
And all of a sudden, the crowd of broccoli people are like,
on the east che.
What did he say?
Nothing at all. It's fine. Thank you. We're gonna go check out this ship now. Come on, Data. Let's go.
Yes. Yes. Okay, we'll leave that in the ship. That seems to be the better idea. Okay.
Ship stuff stays on the ship.
All right.
He's taking them with him. They're taking them with him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We gotta find this guy now.
All right.
All right.
I will grab. Feels like we should have some sort of weapon or something to.
Oh, do you have any weapons on your character sheets?
No, I don't. So no.
I have a sidearm. It's just a little blaster. It's just a little pew pew.
All right.
I have it.
I have a giant wrench that I have with me.
Hey, that's helpful.
All right. Well, I don't. I have a laptop / cyber deck, so no weapon for me.
All right.
Okay.
When you're because the way the rule, as I read it, works, you get 1 piece of gear per soar, and then you get 1 knowledge per Cosmo. So I am knowledged up the wazoo, but my equipment is only 1 item. So.
I mean, you still got a tail. You could probably do some.
That's
tail
right.
whips.
I can.
Yeah,
I'm big.
you probably could. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. So yeah, you go over to the spaceship. As you can see, the little leafy greens of the broccoli spacecraft are kind of singed, and they're still kind of like steaming and smoking a little bit from entering the atmosphere and landing, and. You see that the door from out of the spacecraft is open, and I'll let you go from there.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we'll check out the ship first. Is that is that the plan? So all right. Is there a door?
Yeah, the door's open. It's actually lower down, so you can actually go into the spacecraft if you wanted to.
Heck yeah. Going in the spacecraft.
I will lead the team into the spacecraft.
You go into the spacecraft. It's all just a whole bunch of fibers that is in there from celery. If you've ever looked inside a stalk of celery, it's not.
Can I attempt to eat some of the fibers?
Okay. Yeah, you do. It's quite delicious because you like
because broccoli.
Now, are you regretting? Now, I bet you feel silly that I did not bring the cheese now.
Yeah, I should have brought some.
Okay.
The spacecraft itself is empty, and there's no other beings inside the spacecraft.
It appears to be empty, and I also don't see a giant satellite here. So
yeah,
it's probably somewhere else.
They moved on, as we can see. All right, we have to try to track them. Is anyone good at tracking? Can we track the satellite that we're looking for?
Yeah,
Does that have like a signal that must have communication signals that it was going to send to Earth?
I'm not going to say no. I mean, if you can give me some sort of,
How about I pull out my cyber deck and start clicking?
At the very least, it has to have some kind of like RFID chip on it that we could be able to find.
And I'll start searching for the. See if I can find the satellite signal. Oh, geez, barely. 5 again.
Another 5? Yeah. You see at ping, there's like a building next door that I'm trying to think of something. What would what would a broccoli tavern kind of be called? I don't know what. I'm trying to think of where I'm not good with
Call
this.
it the kale yard.
The kale yard. Okay, yeah, I love it. You go, you see that there's a ping, and you look over, and it looks like it's coming from inside the kale yard, which looks like it's some sort of pub, or I mean, it's a cartoon, so it's probably a place where they serve soda.
Right. Yeah. It's like an ice cream shop, soda
Yes,
shop type
yes.
situation.
Exactly.
Just a bunch of broccoli hanging out, unsavory looking broccoli types.
Exactly.
With leather vests, or no, I mean denim vests, and
yeah. So. I love the chat that's going on right now. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So you know that if you go into that building, it's probably somewhere in that building.
Okay, then that's where we need to go.
All right. You walk in, Data Jack, aka Brent. You walk in, and the doorway is much smaller. It's for a much smaller, type of people. Broccoli people are kind of smaller, so you kind of have to duck down. And as you duck down, your shoulders kind of take out the top of the door frame, and definitely everybody notices that you go into this place as you do that,
because we are large and also dinosaurs.
Exactly. So yeah, everybody stops and kind of stares at you, and the person behind the counter, the broccoli behind the counter, says, "Hey, you're gonna pay for that damage, right?"
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. We're looking for a satellite.
I believe it is in the possession of someone named Florette.
Yeah, Florette.
And all of a sudden, the whole place goes quiet. They're like, "You're looking for Florette?"
Yeah.
Yes, that is what we just said.
He's rotten broccoli,
Yeah, I know. That's why we're trying to find him, because we're trying to stop him from doing some of his rotten things.
Also, apparently, we're going to take him with us away from.
Hey, everybody! They're taking him with them. Yeah.
Yeah. So where is he?
Anybody see Florette? He came in here a little while ago, didn't he? What? He was dragging something metal. It looked like a great big metal trash can.
Yeah, where's the trash can? We need the trash can. That's the thing we need. We'll also take Florette, but we need the trash can.
Yeah, but if you take the trash can, you gotta take Florette with you.
We will, but we need to know where both of them are first.
As a matter of fact, we'll put Florette in the trash can and then take that with us.
We can't put him inside the satellite. It's a satellite. They're just saying it looks like a trash can because that's what it looks like. You can't put him inside the satellite. You'll break it.
I thought the satellite was much bigger than a trash can.
No, they're pretty small.
We will simply restrain him and throw him into space jail, I believe is.
Oh, okay.
Space jail.
Thing?
Delicious space jail.
All right.
If it is a thing, I will be the creator of the first space jail.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I think he went out the back door. I think he's just hanging out in the back alleyway there, because that's not suspicious at all.
No, not at all. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. You're gonna pay for the doorway, right?
Oh,
just
yes.
put it on Florette's tab.
No, that guy doesn't have it. We don't give him a tab here. He never pays up. We fell for that once. He racked up a big bill and never paid us it. So we told him no more tabs for Florette.
Do you take intergalactic dino bucks?
We take Venmo.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
All right.
So, no, we only have Cash App.
What? I thought we had Venmo.
What
happened to our Venmo account?
It got banned.
Oh man.
Do we take Cash App? We do? Since when? When did we? Last year we signed up for that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I guess we have Cash App. Yeah.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, might I suggest before taking our app, you wait till we leave, because there is a slight potential that we could do a lot more damage to your establishment, either internally or externally.
Yeah, I like how this guy thinks. He's a smart guy.
He is. He's very smart.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Yeah, definitely. That's or why don't you just put your information in your bank account information right here?
No, that's okay. You'll just get us. You'll get us on the way out. We'll get you on the way out.
All right.
We're gonna go pick up
sure?
And our
so much easier.
No, that's okay. Thanks.
You just put in your PIN number. Tell me what your PIN number is.
No, that's okay. We'll be back. Just
all right. All right. I'm a trustworthy guy.
I don't doubt it.
All right.
Pretty sure Florette thinks the same thing.
All right. Oh, that guy, I tell you, we need to get rid of him off this. We need to get him off this planet. He's gonna turn us all rotten.
It's not a good situation. All right, to the alleyway.
You go to the alleyway. There's Florette back there, and he's just kind of talking with his two other broccoli henchmen, and they're kind of like tinkering with the satellite, trying to get it to maybe increase the radiation or something, so that they can create their own broccoli army. They're just tinkering away at this satellite to hopefully improve what the growing setting on it. So yeah, they don't even see you at this point. So what would you like to do?
We've got the drone.
You've got the upper hand at this point.
I can blast Florette with my blaster. I can put it on the stun setting so I don't kill him, so we can take him with us.
I have to pose the question very quickly. I will say it quietly. Is now the right time to say
yes,
Dino?
Yes.
So,
just not too loud.
Okay.
We have to be very quiet when we say
okay.
that.
Okay. If you're saying Dino's roar and it's very quiet, isn't that kind of like the opposite of the reason why you're saying it?
We don't want to draw extra attention to ourselves, but now would be the time.
Can I
is
take
this a
one
stealth mission?
Can I take one blaster shot first, and then we can say Dino's roar?
Well, it seems kind of inappropriate at that point. It is what is referred to as a battle charge.
Okay.
Lot of
we'll do it, and then I'll take the shot like immediately thereafter, so that we don't lose our element.
You can say it while you shoot.
Oh, even better. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're do. Okay, ready? We ready?
Yeah. Okay. Dino's roar. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dino's
roar!
Oh, that was
way
too quick with that.
And like you guys said it, but it was like Florette and his two henchmen kind of just like, it didn't like shock them. It just was like, all of a sudden we just heard like this weird voice coming from like down the alleyway, and they just kind of like look over and they're like, what? They just kind of look confused. But yeah, you do get to do your initial blast if you would like.
I would like
miss
to blast at Florette.
All right.
So I'm just rolling my 2 for soar. Is that how that works? Okay. Roll the 3 again.
You rolled a 3. Yeah, you shoot the blaster, and it like goes right past Florette, and it kind of singes one of his little leafy, I don't know, what is it called on the broccoli crown? What is that? Just the broccoli leaves or whatever? I don't know. Buds or I don't know.
Those are called florets.
Those are called florets?
Florets are like the little groups of them.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So you singe
Those
little bit of the...
Each individual one would be a bud, technically.
Okay, yeah. You singe one of the buds on Florette. And now he's super mad. And Ewok says head.
Well, the whole thing is the head, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the little...
they kind of stop what they're doing with the with the satellite, and they immediately start to draw their weapons, and Florette pulls out this big blaster. The two other guys pull out little knives. Oh no! And they're going to what are the two of? I'll let the other two Kosmosaurs go, and since you guys got kind of the upper hand on the two broccoloids, or the three broccoloids.
All right. Can I run up and try to hit one of them with my tail?
Sure.
That's right. Use the tail.
All right. It is pretty blunt. All right. Let's see. That's your sword dice, right?
Yep.
For that. Okay. All right. I got a 5.
Okay, so yeah, you go up, and one of them's charging you with a knife. The other one's making a charge to Brent, aka Data Jack, and you come up, and as it comes like within proximity, you all of a sudden twirl around and you hit it with your big tail, and it goes flying, and it just splats against the wall and the building next to it in the alleyway, and it splats, and then it just kind of slides down the wall. And just ends up in a heap, and it's knocked out. It's got X's on its eyes. That's a comic, cartoon.
Can I interject one little flavor
Sure.
thing?
Absolutely.
Right before you charge forward, I hit a button on my computer, which I had taken a few seconds to steal control of the jukebox that was in the bar, and it is now playing loud rock music that's coming out to enhance the battle. Now that we're going,
I love it. What song is it? What's the song? What's the title of the rock song?
The
Broccoloids listen to.
It's a Broccoloid hit called "We're Gonna Rock Out with Our Brock Out." So.
Oh my god. And that's our show, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. If you'd like to back this on Kickstarter.
Good night.
Oh my gosh, John. All right. So funny. All right. What is Data Jack, aka Brent, doing the other Broccoloid?
Is there? Okay, I'm gonna steal my Shadowrun stuff because I have no thing else. Is there guns, mechanical or like digital in any way that I could, try to lock out what the blaster or kind of take control of the blaster with my data thing or with my my computer, or I'm also fine with just charging forward like a crazed madman. So
it's up to you. I mean, it's fine. If you can, I'm just trying to think of like where in this alleyway you would have some sort of weapon.
What time of day is it actually?
What time of day would you like it?
How about it's getting a little dark, like early evening. All right, then I will use my computer skill because there happens to be like a bright, like kind of one of those motion sensor like lights. I can't. Why is my brain not functioning? The floodlight for the back alley. I am going to flip it on because that's behind us. So I'm hoping it will blind the or kind of the sudden flash. So let me see if I can get it with my computer. I don't know, I'm just not really confident with my one dot to actually like hit people. So sure. Hey, I got a 6. So.
Okay, yeah, you tap into the electrical workings of this alleyway, and you amp up the floodlight so it's just shining at this immense brightness, and it just stops this broccoloid dead in its tracks, and it's just like covering its eyes because it's like blinding him at this point, almost like someone is taking a flash photography and it just the flash is constantly on, and they're just covering their eyes. They've got the knife in their hand, and they're at a stop, and they're totally kind of disabled. Also, Florette is going to have a hard time trying to fire at Miss because of the fact that you are blind. That whole alleyway is just really well lit up all the way straight through. So yeah, Florette takes a shot at Miss, and Miss, you're gonna have to roll a defense roll. So give me I think that's probably your soar, I think.
Okay.
But I'll give you a +1 die for the brightness that's going on.
Right. Okay. Well, that time I rolled a 6.
Okay, yeah, he
Finally.
fires and it totally misses you. It doesn't hit you at all, and you guys are all free to go now. Who would like to go first?
I'll go. Can I
Okay,
go
all
up
right.
to the broccoloid that is covering their eyes?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to lift them up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just going to chomp off one of their legs.
How are you? You're just gonna bite it off?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. Give me a soar roll for that, I guess.
Okay.
That seems very dinosaurish.
I got a 6.
Okay, so you got a 6. So yeah, you pick him up. You go over there. You just grab him, and tell me what do you just bite it off at the hip, and like you have like his
Probably like right above the knee.
Oh, right above the knee. Okay.
So like the bottom part of the leg is just like there on the ground, and then the rest of him is just on the other side.
Okay. It's a very violent 80s cartoon, by the way. I'm just saying.
Apparently.
Well, no, it's just
just
a piece of
broccoli.
broccoli there and a piece of broccoli there.
Right. There's no blood or
no, it's
anything. It's
fine.
just broccoli.
It's just
fine.
like how the G.I. Joes use laser guns, and that never hit anybody.
And everybody's fine.
Yeah,
You
everybody's
hit with
okay.
a laser, you don't have a terrifying 4th-degree burn. You're fine.
Exactly.
So the only people who ever got blown up were robots.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
totally
And broccoli, that's fine. You snap off one of the broccoli's leg, and now he's laying on the ground, and he's like grabbing his little broccoli stump leg, and he's rolling. He's like, "Ah, I'm blind, and someone just snapped my leg off." Who would like to go next after that?
I'm gonna try to convince Florette to give up at this point.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not very good at fighting, so I'm gonna try to convince him that this is not going his way. It's not gonna work, and no one even on this planet wants this to work. We're gonna take this. This can either end now, and you can walk away from this, or this can drag out, and it can go badly for you.
Okay. Yeah. He's listening to you, and give me some sort of roll for that.
All right. That's my Cosmo. I'm trying to talk him out of it. Let's see. And for that I got a 5.
You got 5. So yeah, you succeed. You kind of lowers his weapon, and he's like, "Hey, listen. Stop maiming my friends."
No one else has to get hurt here. We're asking you to stand down.
But you got to realize what I'm trying to do, right? Like the Earthlings, they're just eating our descendants.
I thought you said they were your ancestors.
For our ancestors, like previous generations of broccoli, like we're like their broccoli, like millions of years in the future. After evolution, like that's like the early broccoloid right there is what they're eating. Like, yeah,
right.
No, we can't have that. Like if they continue to eat broccoli, there's never going to be broccoloids on that planet.
You know what? The best thing that you can do, though, to further your mission, because if you destroy this satellite, they're just going to make another one. What you need to do is you need to come on a diplomatic mission back to Earth with us, and you need to talk to the leaders of Earth. There's only 13 of them. You can easily talk to all of them. And
yeah, but have you seen who they have in charge? He's super smart and super handsome. He's like a genius.
Are you intimidated? Is that the problem? Are you worried that this is just a little bit too much for you? Because what, we'll go with you. Right? We can, but you know what? We've worked with him before. We've got a nice relationship going, so we can help you out. We can help.
Yes. Not only can you meet this handsome. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble completing that sentence. Not only can you meet him, but if you remember, he was also a YouTuber. Maybe that is something you can try. I would. I'm sure the people of Earth would love to see a broccoloid YouTuber. You would be the first.
It's a great way to spread information,
and you can spread your message of broccoli love while you're in prison.
What?
Oh, what?
Prison?
No. Don't worry.
It may seem like a prison, but to be on Earth. But is that right? Did I save it?
I don't.
You're not supposed to say those parts out loud.
I have so much trouble dealing with people.
If I give you back this satellite,
yep.
How am I ever going to make my own broccoli army to take over planets?
Oh, that's what YouTube is for. You can amass your own army of devoted followers who will listen to your message in rapt attention and spread it all over the place, and they will follow you to the ends of the galaxy.
Wow, that sounds like no wonder this guy was like cloned and put in charge. Holy smoke.
A little terrifying, right?
You too could have tens of followers, just like he did.
Wow. Tens, that's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like 5 times the amount you have now.
Somewhere. The army needs to start somewhere.
Yeah. They're going to stop eating broccoli though, right?
That's why you've got to come to Earth, so that you can help write the accord to stop the broccoli consumption.
Yes, I heard the kids there don't even like it.
Yeah, that's right. Start with the children. YouTube is preferred by many children.
Yeah, okay.
But only with adult supervision.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go here. And he gives you he kind of like pushes the satellite back over to you.
This poor beaten up satellite.
And kind of kicks the guy that's like laying on the ground, his buddy there that's got the snapped off leg and is blind. He's like, "Hey, get out of the way, get out of the way. I got stuff that I got to do. Come on."
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the satellite. Appreciate it.
All
right. Our ship is back this way. Let's
Well, I need to go in and pay the bartender.
Make sure that you square up with the bartender before we leave.
So as you walked out into the back alleyway, that doorway also got damaged because it was much smaller than, and you damaged that one, and then coming back in, it just made it even bigger. So yeah, now you've got 2 doorways that you need to pay for, and he's as you're walking in, he's assessing the damage to the front entryway, and he's just kind of like, what is my insurance gonna cut? What do you think is this? Good thing I have insurance on this. I think it's probably gonna cost me like $500 to fix this. And hey, you guys are back.
Yeah.
I got an estimate here by a third party, totally not me. I didn't make it.
Okay.
He puts the pencil in his. This is totally somebody else that did this. It's gonna cost $750. They wanted to charge me $1,000. I got them down to $750.
Okay. I will remind you that we're taking Florette with us.
Yeah, the deal was, though, you're going to take Florette with you, and you're going to pay for the damage to my establishment.
Okay, yeah. Can we just give him the thing? Give him the Cash App thing. Send him the thing.
Yes, because we can always bill the
Make
Earth,
sure you send us an
leader.
invoice.
Yes, we do need a receipt with this.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can write a claim with the 12 and the breaker.
Well, luckily this is on. I can just give you a copy of this. I'll give you the top copy. I'll keep the pink copy, and
okay.
The yellow copy goes to my insurance.
This is very official. Thanks.
Oh yeah. Here's the white copy. You just give it to whoever you need to. That's going to pay this. They're going to pay it, right? Like you're just not gonna leave and like stiff me with the bill, right?
Of course not.
You got our Cash App code. We're good.
You got the money. Don't worry. We'll reimburse on our end.
All right.
That's right.
Good.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, Florette. Catch you later. Yips.
And do you
piece of broccoli?
And do you have some sort of doctoring service? Because there's a couple of half-eaten broccolis out in the alleyway that may need attention.
Half-eaten?
Did I say eaten?
What?
Beaten.
Beaten.
Badly
yes.
beaten.
Oh,
beaten.
Badly
yes.
beaten. They put up a fight.
That sounds a little more palatable.
Was it just the two guys that were hanging out with Florette earlier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll we don't care.
All right.
We'll let them
Compost?
we'll let them rot
Yes.
out back.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So have a good trip, Florette. See you around never. And with that, he kind of walks away and goes over to the back entrance and starts like taking a look at the damage that was done when you came back in.
Okay. All right. Back to the ship that hopefully will take off now with a big hole in it.
It's fine. I'll take care of it. We just gotta get some metal.
The satellite. No, just kidding.
No, we need to bring this back. We cannot salvage it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you exit. What was it called? Kale. What was it called? Kale place.
Barisica, or the kale.
Not
the
bar. Yeah.
Yeah. As you exit the establishment.
Kale yard.
As you exit the kale yard, again you damage the entry even more than, and all you hear behind you is like, God man, that estimate's not gonna. It's gonna be more now. I just
sorry.
These guys, I tell you, they just think they own the place here. And and you get back to your ship, and you've got Florette and the satellite. And what would you like to do?
Can our ship take off, or does Spike need to fix it first?
I think Spike probably needs to fix it because it's got a big gash in the front of it.
It does have a big hole in it. Yeah.
From its
okay.
Hey, Spike, you want to fix our ship?
Yeah, definitely give that a shot.
Might be good.
One of the things I am here for. I got a 5.
Okay, yeah, you welded complete, and I mean it doesn't look great, but it's good enough. It'll hold for space travel, you get all in your ship and you head back to Earth. Once you get back to Earth, you whiz. Actually, what happens is we see your ship whiz past Earth.
What?
And then all of a sudden, it does like this really sharp U-turn where it's like, and
comes back around,
and then lands on Earth. And you are there with the Council of 12 and the Breaker, and you've got Florette with you, and the satellite. And what's going to happen?
Well, we're gonna walk out with our stalk out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'll be here all night. Anyways, yeah, I think we'll just lead the broccoloid out. Actually, let's lead with the satellite because that'll be a better photo op. And
We got the satellite.
And then, people of Earth, we have returned your satellite and apprehended the person responsible for its theft. You can thank us now.
And like you just hear, just the crowd just erupts, and it's like, yeah, Kosmosaurs, 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 dinos roar, dinos roar, Kosmosaurs.
Yeah, dinos roar, yeah.
And the Council of 12 kind of comes down, and the Breaker comes up to you and is like, thank you so much for delivering this satellite. We weren't quite sure if you were going to be able to, apprehend this and retrieve it for us. We greatly appreciate it. So glad that all of your hard work together didn't go to waste. Guards, put this broccoloid in chains and bring him to. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have any prisons here because it's Earth and we're all peaceful now. What the heck? What are we gonna do with this guy?
Just probably a single room with a good Wi-Fi connection and a camera because he would like to be a YouTuber.
Oh no, not another one of those guys.
I feel like we should point out though that this Florette was a rogue agent. The rest of the broccoloids don't really care what we do over here, so no need to bother the rest of them.
So we can still eat broccoli then?
You might want to talk to Florette about it, or you can just give him his YouTube channel and let him talk to the ether about it.
Yes, I would not stop your consumption of the broccoli. I think that is a personal choice.
So he just wants to become a YouTuber?
Well, I'm sure he will spout a lot of drivel about not eating broccoli, but that is for the audience to decide whether it is a good thing or it is a bad.
He's not going to do like the shopping halls where he like goes to the produce department and like buys a whole bunch of stuff and then talks about how much he bought, like what he bought for produce that day. Those guys I hate them.
Is that a thing?
That is like when people like go shopping and then like they buy stuff.
Yeah, I know like
and
regular
then,
shopping halls are a thing. Or produce halls a thing.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what he's gonna do. What? I hope not. Hope that's not what he.
That sounds great. That sounds like a content rabbit hole I want to fall down. I'm sorry. Right. Yeah. Don't. You know what? You know what? I think he'll really be fine if he just gets to spread his message and feel listened to.
There is another option. Have a large tank.
No.
Tell us more about this tank.
What is this? Dairy-based containment center.
Oh,
okay. What are you proposing?
You can keep him there indefinitely.
In the
the dairy-based containment apparatus.
That does sound delicious.
You can call it the soup.
Maybe we should. Can you bring this into the other room and maybe we'll let's take this off your ship and let's take a look at this.
Oh no. I'm not going to be involved in that.
All right, so I just like I run back to the ship and I just kind of like weld together a giant like cauldron type thing. And I just fill it with all the cheese from the oil drum that was there.
All right.
I just fashion a little lid for the top of it.
Nice. All right.
Merely tell them it is a YouTube or a TikTok challenge. I hear lots of people fall for those sorts of entertainment / something.
Yeah.
I run back in. I'm like, okay, so this is the dairy-based containment apparatus.
Ah, okay. And you just have him get in it?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So at that point, you see the Council of 12 all circle around, Florette, and they're like, "Hey, Florette, we've got a YouTube challenge for you to do. This is immediately going to get you an immediate audience. It's just going to take off. It's going to go viral. Let's go take it." And they usher them into this room, and then they shut the door behind them. Like, thanks for your help, guys. We'll call you once we need to put that satellite back up. And they shut the door.
Don't forget to nominate 2 friends. So, anyways,
and then that's what are you guys gonna do after that?
Wow. Well, I think this is the point we should just kind of be all sitting in the kitchen somewhere, just noshing on something and having a reflective moment and look into the camera and say our catchphrase. I think that's to close out the show. Unless should we do it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Dino roars!
Are you all eating broccoli cheese soup at this point?
Yes, we are. Coincidentally.
Nice. All right. So that was a very crazy actual play of Kosmosaurs. It's very rules light, very very zany. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button down below, of course, and let us know what your favorite cheesy 80s cartoon is. There's not a whole lot. We've got an early look at this RPG. What are your guys? What are your all thoughts? I know that some of you have only looked at the player creation, character creation for this game. I'm gonna share it on the screen just a little bit so folks can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. What are your initial thoughts of Kosmosaurs that's coming from Old School Publishing, and sorry, I keep on. It's just I mispronounce everything. Old Skull Publishing and Gallant Knight Games. What are your initial thoughts of this crazy, really unique setting?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very very engaging, very funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got heart.
Yeah. It does. Yeah, and I like the D6 system. I love how it kind of it's super easy. I could see you playing this with some kids, some younger players, especially. So if you've got kids and you want to play something that's kind of zany, that hit points don't really. I mean, there is kind of a little bit of a hit point kind of thing with your Cosmo and your Soar attribute skill, but it's more about creating zany stories more than anything else. Especially if you've got kids that love dinosaurs. What kid wouldn't want to play a dinosaur space ranger?
Yeah.
The art in this PDF.
It's great. I love it.
Is crazy.
It's amazing.
I feel like the layout and the general vibe of this PDF is if Mork Borg had a kid and that kid grew up in the 80s and just sat in front of the TV and ate cereal and watched dinosaur cartoons.
It's this one I like the layout on a lot in that it's very fun and it does a lot of fun, neat stuff with the graphics, but it's still very readable. Like there is no point at which you're like, wait, what? Like, all the information is still very easy to find and interpret. You're not getting confused by really super funky layouts.
It is a very short PDF. It's not very long. It's like only, I think it's like 70 or 80 pages. If what does it say down there at the bottom? 80 pages
80, yeah.
For the PDF, which is all it really kind of needs. You don't need a whole lot of, setting. You can kind of, it's really based just to kind of make up your own setting and your own adventures. I do like some of the random tables that you can roll on. We didn't really use any of those for our adventure, but I do like the fact that they are provided.
There's a whole table of different types of dinosaurs that you can be. So don't be trying to make your character in a time crunch, because then you'll end up Googling a bunch of different dinosaurs. And you'll be like, wait, what about this dinosaur? What is this? Now I'm going to learn about this dinosaur.
I guess it's fine if you like dinosaurs.
It's fine. It's fine if you have time to kill, but it's not fine if you're like, I have 10 minutes to make a character because I put it off to the last minute.
The other thing that I love about this, and of course it goes into like, NPCs and supporting cast, which is something that is great. The other thing that, John, you kind of alluded to it at the beginning of the session, is the amount of enemies that they've given you. Like who are our enemies? And look at that graphic right there. Like,
it's amazing.
That kind of just gives you an idea as to the general vibe of what they're doing for. We've got like robot dinosaurs, the robot empire. We have the void soars. So
void soars.
They're like the shadow, Kosmosaurs that you've got undead pirates. You've got, what is it? The slime lords. I almost ran with the slime lords, but then once I was going through it and found that there were
broccoloids.
Like, look at that. That's ridiculous right there.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah. I had to use them. The character sheet is super simple. I love how it definitely is one of those games that focuses more on story than anything else. Yeah. And if you love 80s cartoons, that's what 80s cartoons were. They weren't really about character development all that much. They were more about making crazy zany stories, and that's kind of how I feel like this game is. There's a little bit of you can kind of string a couple sessions along and make an overarching campaign if you want, and you can level up some of your attributes if you wanted to keep continually playing this. I don't really see this as being like a huge game to kind of play over and over and over again. This is great for like if you want to introduce folks to RPGs, especially, like I said, especially if you've got young people that are into dinosaurs. Be a great convention game just to kind of play something zany and silly and everything. And I love it. I think it's going to be a great success for all the folks that are involved with the Kickstarter. So I'm super honored that Diogo gave us access to this PDF to play this before the Kickstarter starts. I don't know what else to say. What you guys have anything else that you'd like to add before we sign off about this Kosmosaur game?
Thought it was great.
I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
yeah. I mean, I apologize that it was kind of ridiculous, and I it is one of those games where it's just like,
kind
I don't know.
Lends itself to that vibe, though.
Yeah, you kind of have like this story seed, and you just kind of let the players run with it. I love the fact that the GM doesn't make any rolls. I mean, basically, it's all you're rolling for defense or for offense, and it's all based on what the players roll. So the GM is just there to kind of guide the story more than anything else.
Yeah, I've never played any Gallant Knight games, but I've listened to a bunch of the actual plays, and when my daughter just decides she wants to run a game, she's only 10,
Nice.
so it's total banana pants the adventure. But I was like telling her we have to put a rule system to it. I just basically come just from listening to you guys. Everyone, has one or two things they're good at and something they're bad at, and roll a dice pool. And, we just I just threw that on top of that and to give it a little more structure, which doesn't quite understand the concept of structure in games, which I'm trying to teach her, but
It's all right.
It's fun. But yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. I enjoy the rules light. I like just being able to wing it and not take it too serious. So it's
I was afraid that when you only have 5 points in your attributes, I was afraid that only having 2 or 1 die to roll to do something was going to be really limiting. But when you think about it, 4, 5, 6 kind of is a success. I mean, 4 or 5 is kind of success with a minor success, I guess is probably what you would call it. You've got a 50-50 shot of succeeding even with 1 die, which is not that bad.
Yeah, but with your skill sets too, with all the knowledges you can take and all the other stuff, you're throwing more dice on top of that as well. So you're good at what you're good at, and you're bad at what you're bad at, which is logical. It makes sense.
Absolutely. All right, I think that's probably going to do it. If you are, if you enjoyed this ridiculousness that we aired tonight, feel free to hit the like button. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it. Let us know if you kick back the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is coming later this month, in December of 2021. I believe it's going to be out before the end of the year. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you again to Diogo for letting us play this, show it off to the world. Hopefully it helps you bring some more folks to back it. And I want to thank Amanda, Brandon, and John for being a part of this session. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and being a part of this. I want to thank everybody that joined us in the chat. Anybody that's listening to the audio podcast, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button on YouTube and help the future of the human race as they clone one of the most popular YouTubers of the 21st century.
Get those 10s up to hundreds.
That's right. Get those 10s. Maybe PewDiePie. Exactly, PewDiePie. That's who we're talking about.
Oh no,
PewDiePie.
Oh no.
Oh man. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you all next time. And remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you. Bye. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you would be so kind, and make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe, all the YouTube jazz that we're supposed to do here. It really is greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to support us more, you can check us out on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Victory Condition Gaming. We have all sorts of Patreon perks, and it definitely helps support our show. Thank you so much. Kids, make sure to eat your broccoli. That's all I'm going to say. We don't want any broccoloids taking over the planet. It's good for you. It is. And it's good for you. It is. Put in some cheese sauce. It's delicious. Roasted is very good. Roasted is really good.
A little bit of salt, olive oil.
Absolutely. Garlic, little garlic on there.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty.
I would be more interested in the caulifloweroids.
The caulifloweroids?
Right. Yes. Yeah. That's what I eat a lot of cauliflower. So.
Do you really?
I do.
I don't know. It's cauliflower. It kind of gives me some.
Yeah, it makes people gassy.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't need cauliflower fat, but no, I eat as low carb as I possibly can because I'm diabetes and all that. The rice cauliflower is a nice substitute for. So it's obviously it's not as good as rice, but you know what? You can trick yourself.
I'm gonna convince myself that this is as good as a race. I'm gonna try real hard.
Hopefully, hopefully, maybe we'll get some broccoli sponsorship for the show now.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The Green Giant is on the front
yeah,
line.
The Jolly
too,
Green
Doug.
Giant. Absolutely, that would be amazing.
Bird's Eye.
Bird's Eye. Yes.
Anyone from Bird's Eye is watching.
Yeah,
Doug's your man.
victoryconditiongaming@gmail.com. Just shoot that offer over. Be glad to. And any actual plays that have to do with broccoli, we'll be glad to add to the branding from here on. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Future of the human race. This is the clone right here.
That's right.
That's a scary thought, by the way. That's really even a scary thought for
me. My favorite part is how you still started to do a voice. Even when you were doing your clone, you still started to do a voice. And I'm like, it's just you. Is that what you think you sound like? I'm not sure why you're doing that.
I almost had a picture ready to go that says, here, let me put a picture of them up so you know what to reference. And it was just going to be a picture of me.
That would have actually been really funny.
Yeah.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, you're not even trying to use voices when you're game mastering, then you're not doing it right.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just... my technique is basically I try to do an impression of a famous actor, and it's terrible, but it works because they're just like, hey, all right, this guy's Christopher Walken. I just go, okay, so I get in my head, and that guy's Walken for the rest of the time. I just, I'm just happy to play, Doug. I'm always the game master, never the player. So
it's all right. Well, we greatly appreciate you coming on and giving your night. And on that note, I think we'll call it a show.